Hello there, subjects of the Empire. This is Eye on the Empire, where we review hollow transmissions intercepted and decoded by our agents from the Imperial Security Bureau. Today's report is on the 5th episode of Skeleton Crew. Before we get started, here's some disclaimers. First disclaimer. This report and all these reports might contain spoilers. Second disclaimer. This reviewer isn't a fan of most of Disney's Star Wars. And now on to the review. In this episode, the kids and Jude once again try to get answers from their droid. The same droid that tried to kill them at the end of the last episode. This time, the droid is more cooperative. It doesn't know the location to their homeworld, but it does know the location to its former pirates captain's hideout planet. Maybe there's a map to the kids' homeworld there. Arriving at the hideout planet, they discover others have already moved in and turned the place into a day spa. Pretending to be tourists, the kids and Jude search around, run away from security, and avoid pirates, who were tipped off by a past acquaintance of Jude, a near-human bounty hunter lady with a Scottish accent. Our skeleton crew finds the pirates' treasure room, and there's a map to their homeworld. They also learn that their homeworld is the last surviving Old Republic mint. The great treasure is that their homeworld can print money, and this is where Jude betrays them, challenging Girl to a duel and the captaincy of the pirate ship. She, of course, is no match and yields when Jude places a knife against her throat. The kids escape through a trap door, one of many traps left behind by the pirate ghost who once haunted this place. Some observations. This betrayal by Jude does match the cold captain we saw at the series opening. Is he a true bad guy? I think he's definitely a selfish character who isn't above helping or hurting others if it serves his own means. Learning that the world has a mint on it allowed his greedy nature to really take over. He could have challenged her for the captaincy any time, and then throw all the kids out the airlock, way back as early as episode 3. But he didn't. Because I don't think he's that evil, and he made a deal. Deal that he's willing to go through until something better comes along. Putting a knife to a kid's throat isn't the act of a hero, but he was hesitant to do the deed. Was he threatening her to give up, or perhaps pleading with her to give up? Had he successfully taken the kids prisoner, I believe he would have still taken them back home as hostages to be released after he took everything that he wanted. I doubt that he was going to chase the kids with a murderer intent in his eyes. The episode also ends with him getting a lightsaber. I have doubts that he's even a Force user. Jude seems as clever as a Jedi, but aren't Connors clever by nature? The only Force power I think we've seen use was Force Pull. Weren't all the objects he used it on made of metal? And he seems to be wearing gloves in this episode. Did he wear gloves in the other episodes? Could he have some sort of magnetic device hidden in those gloves? The treasure room was filled with death traps. The kids escaped Jude by jumping down a trap door. That leads to what? All the other traps were lethal. So did these kids jump on top of a bed of spikes? Wow, what an ending. I didn't think Disney would have the guts to do it. As for the spa planet, it felt a bit too comedic with the bumbling security guards. It really gave me the vibes of, dare I say it, Canto Bite. Really, it reminded me of some of those bad comedic moments from the rest of Disney's Star Wars. Well, I would normally complain about this spa planet. I don't know. In regular Star Wars, it's really out of place. But in this series, it works. Because the lead characters aren't adults, they're kids. In kid-centered stories, adults don't act in logical ways. The grown-up world, it's something to be made fun of. It is totally appropriate for such hijinks to happen in a kid's show. Finally, is the kids' homeworld really just an old Republic mint, forgotten by the rest of the galaxy, and under the control of droids who are just following their last orders? I really hope so. I hope it's nothing more beyond that. As I said before, everything doesn't need to be connected to the entire bigger plan until the next episode.